episode of the Happiness Project, and thank you for tuning in. As you all know, my podcast is now listed on 8 plus platforms, including Apple, Spotify, and Google. And with the staunch support from you guys, my podcast has reached to more than 40 countries. Thank you for this unwavering support. Please keep sharing your learnings and experiences of how my podcast has transformed your life in every little way possible. It's important to remember that regardless of the image we project outwardly, it's our inner self that generates the responses, inspires such warm emotions, and forges lifelong connections. If you think about power, you might think about it in terms of strength, money, position. But that's not the power that I am talking about right now. I am talking about the power that lies within each one of you. The power that allows you to take a leap of faith because you follow your inner compass, your inner voice, and your gut instinct. This power will allow you to overcome the force that is pulling you down and making you the victim in every situation. And once you listen to the voice within you and focus on the higher truth within yourself, and no matter who you are, you have a purpose. You are here for a reason bigger than yourself, and you have got to figure out what that is. Because if you don't have the courage to discover your own truth, you will miss out on the entire essence of your life. It is a natural tendency to define our life by our past experiences, failures, mistakes, and heartbreaks. However, the moment our life is determined by our past, it will weigh us down and paralyze us from tapping into the power that exists within each one of us. Directing your focus towards everything that turned out badly in your life will do nothing but keep you exactly where you are at right now. If you want to move forward in life, is which I am sure you do, you must be willing to press forward and focus on all the positive in your life. Look, you have the power to live your dreams, manifest your dream job, fall in love all over again. You have the power to start that company once again, even if you failed earlier. You have the power to heal your relationship if you are suffering. You have limitless power within you. I'm not asking you to use this power politically to manipulate a situation or control a state, but the power that lies within you to unleash your highest potential. If at any point of time you feel as if something is holding you back, it is usually your mind. Always remember, it is the mind that is telling you something about every situation, every moment that is stagnating your personal growth. It's an art to learn to simply observe your mind rather than being pulled down by it. In this journey of life, most people choose to ignore the inner voice that is always guiding you in every situation in your life. And because of suitability, fear of change, or simply because of comfort, many people end up settling for less than they deserve. They never realize that they can be or do whatever that they set their minds to. All you need to do is dare. Have the courage to first discover yourself, your passion, your purpose, and your goals. You need to give yourself time. Time to simply explore the unlimited power that will help you to craft your life the way you want to. The moment you free yourself from all the boundaries, will you then be able to believe in the limitless power you have within yourself? According to Herb Cohen, power is based upon perception. If you think you've got it, then you've got it. If you think you don't have it, even if you've got it, then you don't have it. See, there are a number of ways you can discover the power within you and allow it to transcend into bigger, achievable goals. First step here is to simply be your authentic self. Your power lies within the art of being yourself. Have you ever seen someone with the full flow of humanity? How do you feel when you look at them? How do you feel when you meet them? Remarkable, isn't it? That's because they've managed to figure out their gifts, put them to work, and are usually taking a foot bigger in every direction of their lives compared to normal people. The glow inside out, and you see that glow on their face, which is not because of the blush but the inner glow. You can differentiate the glow. People who are frightened to be themselves, their unique selves, usually work for those who are fearless. So, if I ask you now, think about it. How many times have you yourself given this piece of advice to other people in moments of anxiety and nervousness, in times of interviews or stage performances? You know what? Just be yourself. Because when you act out of authenticity within you, that is what makes you your unique self. When you figure out how to be yourself, it is an incredibly liberating feeling. You're not determined by your past experiences. You are neither a complex of your influences. You're simply yourself. So just hold on to your individuality and your core values. Developing and revealing our authenticity is a process. It takes time. When in doubt, ask yourself if your thoughts and feelings match your behavior. That is where the true power lies. The moment you discover your sense of self, not from your past, because that would be a great limitation. Rather, discovering yourself by simply accepting every situation as if you have chosen it. This way, you will keep uncovering the deeper sense of self. Answers will come to you, I promise. Simply acknowledge the power that you have within you, the power to listen to your intuition. The entire process of going inward and being your authentic self to find where your power lies is not easy. There are going to be obstacles in different forms of different people and different situations. The world is not here to make you happy. But these challenges will make you go deeper, make you question, and these experiences will demand a need to intensify your presence. Secondly, start actively practicing interiority. I recently discovered this word while I was listening to a TED talk by Carolyn McHugh. It's called The Art of Being Yourself. In this talk, she covered numerous themes that spoke volumes. One of the interesting themes that she herself developed was the I complex. We are all familiar with the superiority complex, which simply means that I am the most important person in the room, or the inferiority complex, where you suffer from an over-modest self-regard. These are signs of delusion of grandeur and delusion of insignificance. But she discovered another way to represent yourself in the world, and it's called the interiority complex, and hence doesn't let you compare yourself with others. In superiority or inferiority complex, you need other people to be around you. For superiority complex, you need other people to be smaller, and for inferiority complex, you need to be found out. According to her, interiority is an orientation, a particular disposition, and it's the only place in your life you have no competition. Try and find a comparison to yourself and you will draw a blank. Interiority complex is about moving, it is about possibility, and it is about supposition. It gives you the space to discover your own potential and your own power. And finally, stop resisting growth. Firstly, we need to identify resistance. So, resistance can take a variety of forms: foggy brains, discouragement, denial, overwhelm, panic attacks, anxiety, self sabotage, depression, defensiveness, even making jokes to reduce severity. Everyone has their own way of doing it. I'm sure you see it every day in people and, more importantly, yourself. Resistance is like a shield that we use to protect ourselves. However, most of the times there are deeper issues that need to be resolved. I have learned that I became happier and more at peace with myself when I accepted every situation as if I had chosen it, rather than constantly resisting change. Practicing acceptance prepares you to live in this changing world where you never know what's going to happen next. Everything in life is uncertain. We need to learn how to identify when it's time to accept. One thing that makes acceptance much easier is to list all the possible explanations for why you are experiencing something. Finding the lesson or purpose behind every challenge will help you embrace it instead of fighting it. You have all the power over your life, and with this power, you get to dictate your life. You get to choose differently. Change is always scary before because you had no way of knowing what is going to happen next. But now, think of change as good, as necessary. See it as a positive, healthy expression of your regained power, your power of choice. The message that I want to get through to you today is that you are already outfitted with everything you need to make your life phenomenal, to make your life a masterpiece and leave an outstanding legacy that lives much longer than you do. Your life is a message, doesn't matter how big or small the message is, but your life has to be a message. You need to be a verb. Even if you don't have all the characteristics that your friends may possess, you still need to tap into that inner voice, the inner power that I have been talking about all this while. So, as Carolyn mentioned, if you can do this, not only will the speed of your life get quicker, not only will the substance of your life get richer, but you will never feel superfluous again. Don't wait any longer to speak and think victory over your future. Every day, remind yourself of how powerful you truly are. Say over and over to yourself, I am a winner. No loss or defeat can override the greatness that is already within me. I am blessed with an overwhelming amount of joy. So, take the time and figure out the unique gift that the universe gave you and putting that at the service of your goals. Thank you for joining me this week on the Happiness Project. Stay tuned and make sure you never miss a single episode of the show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for all your support. And if you like this episode, please share it with as many people as you can. Because sometimes all it takes is one push for someone to transform their lives. Let this podcast be that push.